In this video, I want to explain what divine masculine is and what divine feminine is, and how we can incorporate it more in our lives. Hi everyone, it's Andrew Rowe, raising awareness, raising vibration, here to give you your weekly spiritual talk. I'm right now in Hyde Park. While I was in Speaker's Corner, I saw a man who was talking about how feminism was a bad thing. And it got me thinking, what is feminism? What is the feminine and what is the masculine? So I just wanted to look at what do we consider masculine, what do we consider feminine, and actually how damaging those two words can be, because it definitely puts you into a box. It labels you as a gender, as either male or female, and it gives you all of the weight and all the conditioning that the male and the female has. So it's much healthier to start seeing it more as the sun and the moon, or the yin and the yang, as those are more abstract images and it doesn't define you and put you in a box. Firstly, we need to understand that we all have masculine and feminine, yin and yang, sun and moon within us. It does not matter what sexual organs you were born with, we all have those two polarities of energy. So rather than seeing yourself as a man and rather than seeing yourself as a female, see yourself as the whole, that we are all one of the other. But what is yin and what is yang energy? Traditionally, yin energy is labeled as sensitive or intuitive or emotional. If you have a lot of yin energy within you, you'll be labeled as overly sensitive, overly emotional. Whereas yang energy is more around directness, around structure. If you have more yang energy in you, you'll have the tendency of being self-sufficient, not needing others to help you, being able to take on the world by yourself. It's important to understand that toxic masculinity is really just an imbalance of energy within the human body. The reason men become toxic masculine is because they have totally negated the side of the yin and have fully gone into the identification of the yang. Now, this is not necessarily the fault of men, because all throughout the ages, men have been told that they are not allowed to feel. Big boys don't cry. That showing their emotions is a bad thing. So when there's someone who is toxic masculine, there is just an imbalance of energy. They have completely feared the fact that they can be emotional, that they can have emotions, and rather than being able to identify with them, they lash out through anger, through mean words, through judgment, through opposition. They come and take the energy that's overbearing. So it is key for us as human beings to understand that we have both yang and yin, the sun and the moon. And if we can mesh these two together and allow them to be as a whole, we will be a lot more balanced within our lives. We are moving into a new paradigm. It is obvious, with the Me Too movement, with feminism coming up at the rise, where the patriarchy is falling and the matriarchy is rising. But what we might be moving into is that feminism might start becoming actually like the patriarchy. And rather than incorporating the masculine, the men, it's starting to negate them and forget them. What we need to do and what we need to focus on is as the whole, that we are one of the same. And if we can start focusing on that, and if we can understand that we have both energies within us, that is when we're going to find total balance on this earth. I understand that we need to go into the extremes in order to find balance. But please, if you do find yourself going into the extremes, remind yourself that you are all the same. A good way to see if you have too much yin energy or too much yang energy is to just stop and look at yourself within. Do you move through life constantly through your emotions, but you're not very pragmatic and strategic with your thinking? Or are you too strategic and thinking and direct, but you don't move with your emotions and your nurturing? Sit within yourself, closing your eyes and just focusing on that. And it's easily rectifiable. If you have too much yang energy, just focus on the yin energy. Focus on bringing more of your emotional side, your empathetic side. If you have too much of your yin energy, do something more yang, more structural, more direct, more strategic. That way you'll be balanced, that way you'll be more whole. And that way, when we're moving into the new paradigm, you'll be ready for that energy shift. Jesus fucking Christ. And that was just amazing. We just had a flock of geese fly over us, and it was almost like the universe propelling you to fly out and be your true self, and incorporating those two energies so that you are more whole and you are more one. If you like this video and you'd like to see more videos on tips and tools on how you can evolve as a soul, don't forget to subscribe and press the notification button. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm sending you all love and light from London. Thank you.